What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. All right, guys. I know I've been a little bit quiet the last couple weeks. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on everything that's going on. Basically, this last couple weeks, the main issue was that my son just finished his first term in preschool. Super proud of him. He did really well. He was kind of like very shy at the beginning, and now he's like super into it. He's like talking about the friends he's made. He like mentions them at random times. He talks about his teacher all the time. So it was like a really good first experience overall. I was like really happy with it. He actually made me this tie for Father's Day. So yeah, that was cool. So that was kind of like the last couple weeks. He was home. We were in transition between the end of term and the start of his summer camp, summer school type of thing, which he started this week. So he's there now, which is why I can record. That kind of explains the last couple of weeks. But I did see in the comments a couple of people asking for a health update because of kind of everything that had happened recently. First of all, I really appreciate that you guys would even think about asking that or be concerned about my health. It means a lot, okay? So thank you. I appreciate that. Secondly, there have been some changes in my health. So it seems like a good time to kind of update you guys on that. The first thing is the issue I was dealing with, which I shared with you guys on the channel. You are going to hear my, he's 10 months old today. My son, my younger son, his name is Niall. He's 10 months today. It's about to be his nap time, so he might get a little noisy, but it is what it is. So my health issue that I had recently, which I shared with you guys, which was the Bell's palsy. Maybe you guys have noticed in my videos, but the left side of my face has started moving almost back to normal. I went for a follow-up appointment a couple weeks ago, and basically with like the assessment and everything, the doctor was saying that I have like 95% return to normal. I still have a little bit of weakness like in my left eyelid. It's kind of weird, but like when I yawn, I can feel it like twitching because it's a little bit weak. So that's kind of like a weird thing that's staying. He said that it may take a while for things to be 100%, which is fine. The fact that like majority of is back to normal, I'm pretty happy. He did also say that I may have like some residual or recurring like twitching and stuff. So I've noticed that sometimes when I'm really tired, I do get twitching. It's mostly on like this upper part of my face. But the good news about it is that I'm 95% recovered, and I feel good. So there's that health update. So one of the changes, which I have not addressed yet, as you guys are watching this video, is that I'm standing up. I'm not sitting. It's going to take me a little bit of getting used to. I feel like the breathing and stuff is different than like when I'm sitting. So it's just going to be learning like a new skill, basically. But I wanted to explain that real quick. So also a couple weeks ago, I basically had an incident where I woke up one morning and like the night before I was having stomach pain, and then I woke up one morning and I like literally couldn't stand up. And like it was anytime I tried to like be straight, I just had so much pain in my like upper abdomen. And I've experienced a pain like that before. Last time that happened was like 6 years ago, and it was like a stomach ulcer, which I had treated at that time. And this time it was like a very similar pain to that. So I booked some appointments, had some like very, very comprehensive blood work done. The good news about the blood work is, first of all, I was a little nervous going into it because I've gotten heavier. I was worried that I was going to see things kind of slip away from me into like a bad health status. Things like, I don't know if I was going to be like borderline diabetic, or if I was going to have cholesterol issues or blood pressure issues. Like I just am so much heavier, and I've been heavier for a while. So I was afraid. Okay. Basically all of that stuff came back and my blood work was like very normal. There was like nothing out of range except for one thing, which he basically said was confirmed with the ultrasound, because they also did ultrasound of my midsection to check if there was anything visible through ultrasound. And he basically said that I have early stage like fatty liver or something like that. And it's basically just like they're seeing like a little bit of excessive fat on that organ. So I was like not surprised, but it was also kind of like a little bit of a reality check. And so you guys can probably put two and two together and see why I'm standing up in front of you here instead of sitting in my chair. I'm just in a situation where I have not been a member at a gym basically since my son Niall was born, so almost 10 months. I think I went for like 2 weeks after he was born or something like that. After a gap, obviously, not right after he was born. And then obviously like just stuff happened, schedules changed, and I just wasn't in a position where gym membership made sense. I was trying to work out at home since then, and it hasn't been super successful. I think when you go from like training super intense and super heavy, like I have been for a long time, to being at home with like a pair of 30-pound dumbbells, it's just very difficult to train hard. And I've been struggling with that. I just completed a 45-day challenge, which really helped me get back on track. I'm feeling better, I'm looking better, and I want to try to build on that moving forward. And I thought one of the ways is that I spend like several hours a day sitting at this desk, right? So like it's a few hours while my son is at school, and then it's a few hours at night when everyone goes to bed. So you add that together, it's like easily 5+ hours a day that I'm sitting at this desk, which is too much. So I got this desk that comes up to standing height. I just finished setting all of it up. This is like my first video that I'm recording. And I also bought a desk walking treadmill thing, which is down here. Now, I'm not going to be using it while I'm recording. I kind of played with it. First of all, it was a little loud. I don't want you guys to hear that. And secondly, like I'm already, maybe not mastering breathing standing here. The last thing you guys want is, wow, she really hit that note. That was amazing. I don't know if anybody wants to watch that. So I won't put you guys through that. I will keep the walking stuff for me for when I'm editing and doing my other work, and then just stand while I record so that I could spend more time being a little bit more active, right? So that's kind of the update on the new health issue, which has led to the change of the office setup. We have another health update. This is just an issue of some ongoing injuries that I've had for some time. And I was just in a situation where I felt like I couldn't get those looked at or taken care of because I couldn't afford the cost of it hindering like my work. Because obviously I was working at a gym, and if I went and I was told I need surgery and stuff, then I wouldn't be able to work. And that would be a problem. So I put it off for a long time, but basically I have a really bad issue with my left ankle. My knees are both pretty bad, but one of my knees I've had a full ACL reconstruction 10 years ago, and that's been acting up to where I think I've got some like major cartilage damage. Not good. This is the life. And then I have a bit of a spinal injury that happened also like 6-7 years ago, which like I was able to kind of put off and train around like strengthening my back and stuff. But I think what's happened is this 9 or 10 months of not hitting the gym is now really starting to catch up to me. Like I'm feeling like my muscles are getting a little bit soft, and I think I'm feeling some of those negative effects now in my spine, which I wasn't feeling when I was training and keeping everything strong and tight. So I'm probably going to be going to seek some help for those issues as well. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up on issues that are going to come up later. Final thing. I know I've been really infrequent. I think we're like just about to round a corner to where I can be more frequent. I still am very proud of what I've accomplished. Like I think we have over 1,600 videos on the channel. Like that's crazy. And I've done that doing this part-time while working a full-time job for the majority of the time, and then transitioning to being a stay-at-home dad and taking care of, my kids, and then fitting this in the day wherever I can. So I'm very proud of myself for what I have been able to accomplish, but I also know I can be more consistent. So here's what's happening. We are moving again. But this was expected. We knew that this house that we were in was temporary. This was rented for us by my family, which was very generous, because the house that we're meant to move into wasn't ready yet. That house is now complete. We're expected to get the key either Friday or Monday. So we're very excited. We can start that process. My parents are actually now living in this house too. So it's like super crowded. It's like my parents, my sister, my granddad, and then my family. And that's because their house is getting a renovation done to it. So they're out of their house. We were waiting for our house. And there's just been like this whole mess. But it's been great. Like all of us living together, especially for my kids, like being with their grandparents and their great granddad, like, which is fairly rare, I think. At least in my crowds, it's pretty rare. So that's been really cool. But basically, if we do get the keys in the next few days, we're probably looking at moving in like the next 2 to 3 weeks. My office will be the last thing I move so that I can keep recording. And what I'll probably do is set up everything else in that office, make sure the internet's there. I'm going to be putting up some soundproofing. It's a much smaller room. And then that way, on the day of the move, we can just literally move this straight into there. And then I may only lose like a day, maximum 2 days of recording. So that's the plan for that. Yeah, guys, I know this was a really long video, but I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to update you guys on. As far as video frequency goes, I'm going to try for 1 video a day while we're in this transition period. And then again, once we're in the new place, I feel like we can get back to a little bit more of what we're used to getting from this channel. Now, guys, the main thing I just want to get across, I know this is the last thing I'm saying. It probably should have been the first thing I said, but I just want to give a huge thank you for the continued support from everybody. It means a lot to me. Whether it's when I'm posting videos, even when I'm not posting videos, the support is just kind of like, it's a weird feeling. I don't know if as humans we, prior to this last couple generations have experienced, unless you were like famous or whatever, have experienced like thousands of people, interacting with you and sending you messages and comments. Like it's just a very bizarre and very cool feeling. So I just want to say I'm very appreciative. We're almost at 50K, which is super cool. We're like just 2,300 or 2,400 subscribers away from that. So I'm very excited for that. And if you guys aren't already, check out on my homepage, my other channels. If there's stuff that you're kind of interested in that could be something you enjoy, you can head over and follow those as well. I do a few other things that I'm slowly kind of just doing in the background to eventually grow once I can give more time to this endeavor. So if you guys are still somehow, by some miracle, still here with me, I greatly appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.